Do it and do it now! Hey everybody, I know it's been a long time since I've made a video here on this channel. Welcome to Tales from the Treadmill. My name is Toby. I am here to talk about my past addiction issues, my road to recovery, and the light that I have found now in sobriety. Please click the like and subscribe button. I know it's been a while since I've gotten on here, and I'm actually making this video today for a very special buddy of mine, Michael O'Shea. This one's for you, my friend. When I was thinking about doing videos, so here's the deal, y'all. It's been probably a year, I don't know, way too long. A lot of stuff has happened. Life throws curveballs. That's all it does. Constantly, it seems like. Constantly just throwing curveballs at you. Last year was a really tough year. I'm sure for a lot of people, you know what I mean? In my life, there were a lot of events that happened last year that changed me as a person. And thank God that I am sober to deal with life now the way that things are. Some of the things that happened last year were so devastating that I just thank God that I wasn't in my addictive issues in the past, part of my life anymore, because I don't know how I would have handled it. I think it could have taken me down. I don't know. That's the thing, is that one thing that I know about my sobriety is this, and that I love about it, is that when traumatic things happen, and they do, and they will, that's just life, that I can deal with them now in a much healthier way. I had to go into therapy for a while last year to deal with some of these things that were going on. But it taught me a lot, and that's what this is all about. It's all about learning. So when I say do it and do it now, it's like we used to joke, that's an Arnold Schwarzenegger thing, but it's true. The thing is, when I think about my sobriety now, I always think, God, I wish I would have done this 20 years ago. If I had started getting sober in my 30s, what would my life look like? We always do that. We always do the what ifs. What ifs? Well, the thing about it is, it's right now. I made that decision over 4 years ago, and I can only tell you that my life has gotten exponentially better. Even with all of the things that have happened that are traumatic, I deal with them in such a more healthy way than I would have, by getting to the bottom of the bottle or whatever it was back in the day that I was doing to cover up and mask those traumatic things that happen. You always try to, we're all just trying to feel better, right? We're trying to feel better. When bad things happen, we want to feel better. So we run to the bottle, or we run to the drugs, or we run to the food, or whatever addictive thing that we take comfort in, you know what I'm saying? So I can just tell you that, okay, so last year, I'll just share a little bit with you. I'm not going to go into the whole story because it's some personal family stuff that happened. But, during this crisis that happened last year, I also was, managed to crash my elbow into a door. I had to go to an orthopedic doctor. I'm still having to wear a sleeve on my arm. 2 weeks after that happened, I was clumsy and fell and sprained my ankle, and I was in an ankle brace and a boot for like 2 months, and I had to use a knee scooter, for like 2 months. And I was laid up in bed. I gained like 15 or 20 pounds, and I was kind of miserable, but at the same time, I knew that it was going to pass, and I kept thinking to myself, thank God I'm not drinking right now, because I would just feel so much worse if all this was, I couldn't play golf, I couldn't really go to the gym, I couldn't do this, what I'm doing right now. So I had gained, like I said though, I did gain like 15 pounds, and that's one of my things. I'm a foodie. I love to eat, right? That's one of the things that I've noticed that since I've gotten sober, I've had more of a struggle with is my diet, because now that's my comfort things. I go to if something bad happens, I'm wanting honey buns or some sweets or some bad food, So I don't know, at the beginning of this year, I decided that's it. I'm going to start eating clean. I'm back in the gym. You know, I started rehabbing my ankle. I did everything I needed to do. Back in January, beginning of January, I was like, you know what, I'm going to work through this injury. So I started getting on this treadmill again and just walking slowly and going to the gym and doing whatever I could. And now that we're halfway through March, 2.5 months, I'm 15 pounds down from where I was, which is about back to where I was before the ankle injury. And life is just so much better now that I am just dealing with it in a sober way, because I mean, it's what happened last year could have, like I said, it was very depressing, and just being able to get back into this has been such a beautiful thing for me. And I can tell you this, if you're struggling with any kind of addiction right now, whether it be alcohol, drugs, whatever it is, just know that life is better without it. The thing that you got to focus on here, everybody, and this is a lesson that I've learned, and it took a long time, believe me. I mean, I'm 51 years old now. I didn't stop drinking till I was 47, and I spent 30 years in that mess. You know what I mean? So it's, we're all on a path and a journey here. So whatever your path is, it's not wrong. But when I say do it and do it now, I just mean if you're struggling and you're hurting and you don't know what to do, find things that are going to feed your soul in a positive way. That's all I can tell you. For me, it's music, playing guitar. I play guitar every day now. I started a new project. It's feeding my soul. It's making me happy. Going to the gym, getting on this treadmill, it makes me happy. I always feel good afterwards. The problem with alcohol is this. It's the biggest caveat to it. And drugs are like this too. Anything that is addictive is like this. You do it because it initially makes you feel so good. But the downward spiral from it is what takes you down. Because, for that couple hours when you're drinking and you're hanging out with people and blah, 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 and all that stuff's going on, you're laughing and it's funny and all this stuff, that's great. But what's happening later, okay? And it's coming. We all know those hangovers happen. We all know those depressive feelings happen because alcohol is a depressant. Drugs are the same way. You get that high, and alcohol is a drug, by the way, but you get that high, and then you come down, and the down is not worth the up. It's just not. When I go to the gym, lifting weights and doing what I do there at the gym, it's hard in the moment, but the after of that feels fantastic. And when I'm getting healthier, I'm getting stronger, my mental health is strong. It's stronger than it's ever been. And I know that that's because I've been sober now for over 4 years. And I know it's not just easy just to quit cold turkey. And it took me a good 7 to 10 years knowing that I wanted to stop. I had the desire to stop. I knew I needed to stop. It still took me 10 years to quit. It's hard. It's such a socially acceptable thing to do, especially the drinking, that we struggle because everyone around us is always doing it and it's all this. And you know what? Again, I'm going to put this out there. If you don't need to quit, if you don't feel like you're having this struggle, then it's okay. If you can have a couple drinks, and I'm not saying everyone should get sober, but if you're struggling and your mental health isn't where it needs to be, and you're depressed and you're down and you're like questioning life and all of that type of stuff that comes along with it, then go outside, take a walk, go look at some beautiful scenery. If you're at the ocean, go sit at the ocean. You will find so many answers if you just sit quietly and in nature. Or go to the gym. Find whatever it is that you're passionate about that is healthy for you and feeds your soul. You leave and you walk away. When I get off this treadmill, I feel fantastic. When I pick up my guitar and I play guitar, even if I don't write a song, even if I'm just playing for 30 minutes or an hour, I always walk away happier than I was before I picked it up. Same thing with the gym, going for a walk with my dog, hanging out with April and going and doing stuff, things that feed your soul. So, look, here's the deal. I know I haven't been on here for a long time, and I've had a lot of people talked to me about that, saying that they really enjoyed watching these videos. And I know that this video kind of looks a little, I don't have the lighting right and stuff because I couldn't find the plug. But I'm going to start making videos. I'm not saying I'm going to make it every day. I might. I'll make them as often as possible because I do want to stay in touch with everyone out there. You know, that anyone that gets anything from these videos, if there's only one person that gets things from these videos, and Michael O'Shea, today that's you, because you expressed to me that you miss me doing this. And dude, that means so much to me. You have no idea. And if I can just help one person, because I know the struggle, man, and it's hard. And you know, the thing is, I'm so happy in my sobriety now. And another thing, you know, those first videos that I made, I think I made like 20 videos. I can't remember how many, but that was like my addiction story, right? And that was hard to go through. I mean, it took, I can't tell you how, you know, sometimes I get off this thing after that video and just think about my life and just, you know, get very emotional. So the thing about it is, now that I'm doing that, I'm going to talk way more about sobriety and more about what's happening now, because, you know, life is beautiful. The right now is what's beautiful, you know, and if you can change it right now, do it and do it now. Because there's no time like the present. It's a gift. It truly is a gift. So listen, you guys, I truly do care about you. If anybody out there is struggling, you know, my number is, I'll put it down below this video as well, but my number's on my Facebook, it's on social media. Call me, send me messages. If you need to talk, I'm always here. You know, hit me up, because again, I understand what the struggle is like, and I just want to be here for you. So listen, you guys have a good Monday. Let's start this week off strong. Everybody get to the gym, work out, do your thing, and I will see you on the next video. And this is going to be me signing off.